Welcome back to Midcap Radar. Well, as promised, we had told you about how we have a management lined up. Just remember, the Indian Meteorological Department in its latest update said rainfall between June 1st to June 18th has been 20% below normal. They also revised the monsoon forecast for June to below normal from normal. To discuss how this will impact initial sowing, we have Rajesh Agarwal, Managing Director at Insecticides India, joining us. Good afternoon, Mr. Agarwal. Hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for joining us here. First up, give us a sense of how sowing patterns has been across the country. The rainfall has been well below what the expectations were initially.
The rainfall is able to hit the markets 2-3 days before the prescribed dates. So the farmer has started sowing in many parts of the country. Like if we start from south, Tamil Nadu had a great rainfall, followed by Andhra Pradesh. Also Karnataka is reasonable. And Maharashtra and MP, it is catching up now. So are the sowing patterns actually sowing has started in these areas, particularly for the dry crops. They are preparing the fields, and also sowing for cotton is on, sowing for other crops is on. And similarly, we look at east, the preparation is on, and in north also. So overall, I would say that yes, there has been some trend shift, like in north, paddy short duration is increased, and a lot of sowing has already started little early before time. And even cotton and other crops have started. Cotton, though there is a decline in north and also in the central part of the country, but cotton in south is going up. So overall, if we look at the scenario, then it looks good, and people are quite hopeful because we believe that the rain situation should show the improvement in the last week of June and or early July. So the sowing is on and field preparation is on in the full way.
Okay, so Mr. Agarwal, has it in any way impacted volumes for you, especially in central India, because their deficit has been to the tune of 31%. How much of your revenue or share of volumes comes from there? Because that's also the grain producing area, major grain producing area. Do you think that is something which could impact volumes, or it is in line with what you had earlier expected?
It is little early actually to comment on that, but yes, there is very high demand because this is the time when the shopkeepers prepare themselves for the herbicide usage, and they have started making the buying for the herbicides, and the demand is in full swing. The day it rains, the market movement is going to start. So they are prepared, even if it get delayed by 1 week or 10 days, it hardly matters because immediately on rains, they will start taking the material or selling the material.
So, Mr. Agarwal, what you mentioned is that right now maybe it's still a little too early to predict the course of the rainfall, and maybe say that this particular season could be a little slower than usual. We'll wait and watch as that progresses. But now moving outside,
this is going to I don't think this is going to be a slow season, because at this moment the trades mood looks to be little buoyant because there is good expectation from this season. And if we look at the price trends also, because there are international shortages, also there are issues with the international freight. So there is some tightness in the market already, and that is one reason. The trade channel is also vacant, I would say. So they are keen to store the material now, and immediately on the first rain, the sale is going to start. So I'm very, very hopeful, and I'm very positive about this.
Okay, all right. Mr. Agarwal, this is about what's happening domestically. Even globally, we are talking about heat waves and, some of the cropping patterns changing. How big is exports as a part of your revenues? Which are the countries that you export to? And is that portfolio seeing some pressure?
For us, international business is a small market at the moment. Just it contributes 5% to our total business. But yes, there is growth possibility in future. At the moment, there are various issues. The currency issue is the biggest issue. The transportation issue is the second issue, because the freight rate has increased on the international level to a big extent. So that is also impacting. So otherwise, market is going to pick up on the on that side also, because there is expectation that during this season, the old inventories which were there in Europe, America, and some other parts of the world, they are going to dilute, and the new demand is expected to come. We do our major business in Middle East, Africa, and ASEAN countries, and we also export small quantities to Europe and America.
Mr. Agarwal, just towards the end, what we want to understand is you had guided for FY25, you had guided for double-digit top-line growth. Q4, you saw quite a bit of strong margin expansion on the back of low raw material prices. Now, Q1, what are you seeing the raw material prices trend at, and do you maintain your double-digit top-line growth?
Yeah, definitely we maintain our targets which are given by us. The markets have bottomed out and the prices have started little going up due to the demand supply differences. So I believe that the margins also are going to be better in this year, and from the Q1 itself they will be visible.
Okay, all right. So margins will improve, pricing is better, and you're not seeing any demand headwinds for now despite the delay that we have been seeing in monsoons. Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for joining us today. That's the word coming in from Insecticides India. The stock is doing well in trade today, up around 3%. Let's slip into another break. When we come back, we'll get you more on the markets and stock-specific actions, so stay tuned for that.